Okay, so today I wanted to give you guys my review of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders game. Starting off with Patrick Mahomes, so he goes 26 for 35, 286 passing yards. He had 154 passing yards after the catch, 3 passing touchdowns to 0 interceptions, 126.6 rating, 4 carries for 28 rushing yards, 7 rushing yards average, sacked once, no fumbles lost, okay? This was the Patrick that I like to see, okay? And he was awesome. He was awesome. He made a lot of big plays. I think he converted on like 3rd and 14th twice. Like there was one play he saw Kelsey wide open, and just getting the ball to his receivers, having Rashee Rice back helped us out a lot today, and we'll talk about him a little bit later. But you have him, you have Xavier Worthy, you have Hollywood Brown getting Kelsey involved, Juju Smith-Schuster even, okay? He was making big plays all the way throughout the field. His rushing ability is something that can't be understated, and yeah. After this game and how the Chiefs have been playing recently, I'm happy. I'm happy because if you see my profile before the season, I said that I was pushing Patrick Mahomes for his 3rd MVP. And the first few weeks we were losing, it looked dead in the water, but now we back, okay? To, have our receivers be back healthy, to have, someone who can help us offensively is huge. And then the offensive line, that left tackle position seemingly being fixed. That helped us a lot. Okay? And so he on a tear, and I think he can keep this up throughout the season. We'll get a record on. I think he has a really good shot for that MVP award. But it's just Patrick being Patrick. Like, you just see him make so many plays, and it's like it's only stuff that he could really do. It's just really a unicorn with his passing ability, the way he's able to run the football. Like, he can just do a variety of things, and it's just what a gift. This is why I watch his team. This was a really enjoyable game. So Patrick Mahomes, is a great performance. I will say, now that I think about it, he had multiple passes that could have been intercepted, okay? The defense could not capitalize it. There was at least like 3 or 4 passes that they just dropped that were like really close. There's this one pass, I think it was to Juju Smith-Schuster. It was really risky. He was throwing a lot of stuff in like tight windows, like a lot of risky throws. And some of them were dumb throws and a better defense would have capitalized on it. Luckily, they didn't, but, I wanted to add that in as well. So you had those things. I think there was some better play calling from Andy Reid, Matt Nagy. I don't know how much he has. I still don't care for Matt Nagy, as you guys know. But the play calling I thought was good. Being aggressive, getting those things done. So yeah, a lot more than I thought I was going to say, but I enjoyed it. Now we look at everyone else for the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, Gardner Minshew didn't really do a whole lot. Okay, Rashee Rice, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions. Okay, I feel like this stat line doesn't really encompass how impactful that he was to the game. Okay, just the way that he runs his routes and he plays is really smooth. I think he'll be underrated in this league and everything. He's been gone because he tore his ACL last year because of Patrick in that play, and then he had a service suspension and everything. And then wearing those free 4 shirts, I thought, like, really, that nigga did a hit and run on somebody. They're talking about free him. Like, please. But anyways, I thought he played well. Okay, somebody who can beat man coverage, someone who can get open time and time again, and just someone who's been a reliable target for Patrick Mahomes. So to see him back, I think that it just brings the offense to a completely different level. He's our number 1 guy. He's shown that over time, and so to have him back, he's really been missed in his offense. So I thought he was awesome. I think the stat line doesn't do justice to how good he was. Pacheco, 54 yards, 1 touchdown. I think 15 carries, 57 rushing yards. I believe that's what it says. He was really good. There was this one play at the end. It was somewhere in the game where there was 12 men on the field and he still scored. So yeah, you guys know how I feel about him generally, but it was a good game. We look at Smith, the running back, 81 yards. Hollywood Brown, 14 yards. I think he had a touchdown, so Hollywood Brown had some good stuff. We continue on. Travis Kelce, 54 yards, 3 receptions, so he had a few good things. Xavier Worthy, 48 yards on 3 receptions, so, the speedster. And, yeah, there was one play where I thought that they should have did the reverse, and then they didn't, and then they just ran it up, and then it got stopped on, like, one of our, 1st and goal, like, kind of situations, And I thought, like, why won't you hit the reverse? Because the reverse usually is a successful play, which they hit later in the game, but, the speedster, he did well. Juju Smith-Schuster, 35 yards, 3 receptions. Like I said, that one catch that he had was insane. I don't know how he did that. And I'm pretty sure, like, it got tipped and then somehow it caught it. That was absolutely insane pass. Thornton, 39 yards, 1 reception. You will not be forgotten. Noah Gray, 28 yards, 1 reception. You haven't seen a whole lot of him this year. Kareem Hunt, 18 yards, 4 carries. Okay. Harrison Butker made all the kicks today, which he hasn't been doing, so you see those things. Then we continue on for the advanced metrics for today's game, okay? So, yeah, we literally blew the Raiders out. If you watch the Chiefs enough, we don't blow out teams, and this is the first shutout the Chiefs have had since, 2011, okay? So this is a big deal. The division games get ugly. Okay? Especially the Raider games. These are some of the ugliest games I have to see every year, so I just thought, it's going to be one of those games. But luckily it wasn't, and we shut them out. This sorry-ass team, okay? First First quarter is 0-7. Second quarter is 0-14. Third quarter is 0-10. And then fourth quarter is 0-0. After the beginning of the fourth quarter, that's when he took all the starters out. Okay, and they still got to take away in the fourth quarter. They did nothing with it. But yeah, I love that we powdered on, especially against the Raiders, because like this is my number one most hated team. Like I just can't stand this team. This is such a poverty franchise. But just so many good plays. This was so much fun. Bro. We were killing them. Over and over and over again. Like this is what football is about. Like, it's nice to have a love for the game. Biggest leads, Raiders never had a lead, and we had a 31 lead in the third. So, yeah. We continue on to head-to-head metrics. So, if you look at total yards, they only had 95 total yards in the game, which is insane. We had 434. Okay, time of possession, 17:52 to 42:08. First down, 3 to 30. Okay, I think we had more first downs than they had total plays or something like that. That was insane. Third down percentage, they were 0-7 on third down. Okay, we were 9-15. Red zone percentage, 0-0, and we were 4-5. Turnovers, 1-0. Rushing yards, 25 rushing yards is insane, to 152. Passing yards, 70 to 282. Rushing yards per attempt, 2.3 to 3.7. Passing yards per attempt, 3.7 to 7.8. I think this is like penalties or something like that, but you see that. And then we continue penalty yards, 58 to 38. Sacks, 1-1. Defensive touchdowns, none. No interceptions for either side. Tackles for loss, 6-1. Passes defended, 2-1. Quarterback hits, 3-2. Forced fumbles, 1-0. Fumbles recovered, 1-3. And then we had safeties, none. So you see that. So why did the Kansas City Chiefs win today's football game? Because I feel with Rashee Rice back, like I said, that was a huge game changer. Okay, this is the first time we've had Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy on the field at the same time. Okay, one of them was always hurt. Okay, last year Hollywood Brown had that injury. He broke something, and then they were like saying that he didn't have to have surgery on it, so he didn't, and then it never healed, so then he had to have surgery. Rashee tore his ACL, as we know, and then he had a suspension, and then Worthy got injured at the top of this year because Travis Kelce fucking ran into him. And so yeah, we never had them all on the field at the same time healthy, so this is the first time, I believe. So I just think that this opens up our offense in a huge way. They all have different skill sets and everything. And they can all do great things, okay? I feel like Rashee Rice is just the kind of guy who can be man coverage, who gets open, who's the number one wide receiver. Like, he's just awesome kind of a player, And then if you're looking at Xavier Worthy, he's really the speedster kind of guy, okay? Those reverses and those things like that. Like, he's just, a quick guy. And then if you're looking at stuff that Hollywood Brown can give you, he's more of our deep threat. So they all kind of offer different things, and they can all get open, which is the most important thing anyways. Travis Kelce having some good catches, Juju Smith-Schuster coming along to the party and stuff. But they just offensively, it was nice. It was nice to see a game where we didn't constantly go 3 and out, because that's something that unfortunately, I've gotten used to. We had some ugly games this year. That Giants game, the first half, it was ugly, okay? So I thought that was really nice. Offensively, like I said, the left tackle position was a huge need, and it seems we have fixed the problem. Okay, so I thought that was huge. Protecting Patrick being able to run, Patrick knowing when to take his shots and when to be bold. Play calling, I thought, was pretty good for the most part. And so yeah, hopefully Matt Nagy goes to another team. Hopefully, this makes people think he's better than he is. I still need him off my team, by the way. I still need 74 off my team, by the way. I still need Brian Cook off my team. I have agendas I'm still pushing, by the way. In terms of our defense, I thought that our defense was really, really good. Okay, being able to get stops consistently. Chris Jones, okay, that Jaguars game, he fucking sold at the end and he knew it. But he showed up, the last 2 weeks, I would say, okay. Today, he was able to get some sacks, able to get some pressure. You understand what Trent McDuffie is going to bring to this team as well. I think Jalen Watson had some nice plays. Like, we have some good people on defense and stuff. So defensively able to get stops, able to stop them on third down, on fourth down. We were getting stops consistently. So shout out to the defense, shout out to Spags. I got my In Spags We Trust t-shirt on. Special teams being able to get it done. It was a complete team effort. It was dominance. It was fun. So yeah, Patrick MVP looking real nice. Teams, in the AFC are looking real weak, but the Chiefs are on the up. Okay, the Colts are frauds. Don't pay attention to them. The Chargers already choked. The Broncos, they're not a real team. Raiders, sorry as fuck. The Bills are choking right now. Patriots, looking kind of nice. But the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league. I don't care what anyone says. They can say Raiders this, Raiders that. But we won against the Lions next week, and we're coming for a lot more wins this season. Okay, so Chiefs Kingdom, we up. Patrick Mahomes FC, we up. This was fun. But that's my take on the Chiefs side. We take a look at the Raiders side. Geno Smith, 67 passing yards, 66 passing yards after the catch. No passing touchdowns, no interceptions, 71.6 rating. 2 carries for 1 rushing yard. Okay, he was sacked once, no fumbles lost. He was 10 of 16, forgot to say that. The 6'7" meme always, prevail. Geno Smith, terrible. I've seen, what people have been posting and talking about his interceptions the past few weeks. And today, he did nothing. He literally did nothing. To not be able to put any points on the board It's so over. It's so over. Okay, it was not good. Look at everyone else on the Raiders. Kenny Pickett, didn't do a whole lot. Tucker, 33 yards, 5 receptions. Genty, 34 yards, 6 carries. So yeah, not a whole lot, not a whole lot. And so, you see those things. The kicker didn't even get to make any kicks. So yeah, why were the Raiders terrible today? Just because overall the offensive line isn't holding up. Geno Smith got CTE. It's not working out. Defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. Pete Carroll's coaching wasn't good. Just on all levels of the game, they really failed. Like I said, we had multiple, turnover worthy plays and they were not able to capitalize that. And we were able to stop the run. Okay. You have to, to be a successful team in the NFL, you have to be able to stop the run. Okay. And that's one of the things that the Chiefs, for the most part, their defense has been able to do. So being able to stop the run, I thought was huge. Being able to stop the passing game, what that is, deflecting passes and everything and, pressuring him, getting the blitz and all those other things, being able to do that successfully and being able to get stops on 3rd down, on 4th down. Okay. And that's what we did. That's what we did. We made sure they couldn't put points on the board and we put a whole lot of them. Okay. So I just think on every level of the game, they failed. I think Geno Smith, it's time in this league. It's up. Okay. Pete Carroll, I don't know. This game, I really think I need to see people on this Raiders organization. I need to see fired. I need to see dismissed. I need to see benched. I need to see all of those other things. To see the Raiders lose, this was in the Bible. This was in the Bible. Like I said, I hate this sorry ass team. They got blown out a couple weeks ago. Every time the Raiders lose, it's a win for me. It's a win for humanity. And so I don't know how the Raiders have so many fans when y'all are so ass. I'm sorry, there's so many teams in this world and you choose to be a Raiders fan. I can never understand that lifestyle. I can never understand that lifestyle. Let me know what you guys think down below though. But Chiefs Kingdom, we up, period.